My name's Kevin, by the way. So glad to see you guys. This bad boy out of the way. And did you all know that according to NAR, over 60% of the people in our database are home buyers. According to NAR, if you do a search in your specific county, my county is Hayes County in Texas. If I ran a search in what is the average home ownership rate in Hayes County, the average is around 60%. So what I'd like you all to think about while we're going through this presentation is if you were to run a filter, for example, on all of the people that you have on your database, would you come up with 60% sellers? In other words, you have 60% buyers, sellers, or sellers in that category. Do you have the ability to filter out people like that? If you don't, or if you'd like to make it really easy, the Brivity platform is what we'll be talking about. And if you all will notice at the bottom of the screen, I have a call to action text platform to 59559. Actually, one of the tools that we will be presenting to you all is using this this format. It is a textable marketing tool. In fact, any type of print marketing can be provided on our text platform. Let's think what would be a print marketing tool that we use in real estate. I know your answer is probably going to all be the same. That one of the tools that we use in real estate consistently is going to be our signage, right? Our listing signs. So we have a listing sign out there, and we want people, of course, to dial that number. We have a new way of capturing the phone number from individuals, and they're going to be providing it to us rather than us waiting for them to contact them. If you'd like to see how this works, please text the word platform to 59559, and you'll see that pop up on the screen here in several formats. One of the most important tools that we have in our toolbox as Brivity users and really as agents is your home valuation request. Every person that owns a home wants to know the value of that home. They want to know if their equity has been affected. And in fact, these home valuation pages that I'm showing you right now can be modified. They work amazingly the way they are. How much is your home really worth? And people put in their address. If we customize it in a format such as, are you concerned that your equity has been affected by the sale of your neighbor's home? We can create some run away from fear decision-making opportunities by doing that. These forms these pages are also customizable for any type of niche. In other words, if we have a military area, if we have a move up or a move down area, we have empty nesters. These are all opportunities for us to create specific landing pages for those and advertise to those. The key is to capture the home address, is to capture the first name, last name, email address, and the phone number. Ideally, that's what we are after. So what we have is a website page on our website that people can visit and find the value of their home. And here's how it works. First, come to the graphic and the advertising. By the way, the graphic we would want to adjust to meet your area. So if you have a specific area, or maybe even you have a unique something that people will notice, Golden Gate Bridge for San Francisco, the Texas Capitol for Austin, the Texas flag. There's all types of different things that would indicate to people just by viewing it what area that we're in or we're looking for. If you serve a specific subdivision or specific niche, that photo, of course, would match that. All right. So they come to the advertising. advertiser fills out their address and then they click find out. Oh, they go, okay, find out. Now they're going to get the option. Do you want to get your home valuation, or do you want to sell your home? When they make that choice, they get this third step. All right, we have one more step for you to fill out this report. We need your full name, email address, and phone number. If someone gets to this step and they go through the trouble of adding this information, 9 times out of 10, that is valid information. It's valid information because we don't exactly tell them how they're going to get that report. We don't tell them it's going to be in the next step. We don't tell them it's going to be in an email or a text. So they typically give us their information. And most times they give us all of their information because they really want to know the value of their home. Somebody that really wants to know the value of their home immediately becomes a powerful person to have a conversation with. It's a person that's going to bring us energy because of that specific want and need. Heck, we're the experts here. So what better information to get than that, the details, including their home address? I'm going to check and see if we have any uh, questions in the chat. Oh man, I've got some people from Louisville. I've got some people from Idaho, San Francisco. I've got my friend with a Jaster group there in North Dakota. North Dakota, South Dakota, North Dakota. It's one of those Dakotas. I know for sure. Look up Josh Jaster. You'll see which one. I bet you he works both. Okay. This is the valuation results that we get. Okay, this is what they're going to see once they go through that process. And I just want you all to look and see how cool of a tool this is that comes in, or how cool of a result that comes in from this tool. You will see the estimated home valuation. We will tell people, by the way, we're getting this valuation from 3 different sources, and we'll show those Adam, we'll show the Home Junction, and then Zillow as the sources. And then they get this little guide. Is it low? Is it medium? Is it high? What do you all think of that? And they even have the ability to let you know what they think about that valuation. It is accurate. It is too low or it is too high. We can set up to get a notification on that exact on that request. If they let us know if it's accurate, too low or too high, we'll get a notification letting us know that someone questioned those results. That again, great opportunity for a conversation. I'm not showing this live, this particular form live, but if you were to scroll down on this form, what you would see also for a seller is an equity calculator. The equity calculator is an amazing opportunity to have a really smart conversation with them to see if they have any plans on doing anything with their equity. When I talk to people, my clients about the home equity calculator, I show them how they can manipulate it. They can change the home estimated value if they feel like it's too high or too low. They can then include what they have paid out on their home, and the results will be their equity. And my question to them is, do you have any plans on doing anything with the equity that you have earned in your home today? That allows you to find out, are they buying? Are they selling? Are they refinancing? Huge opportunities for conversations. If you'd like to learn more about this home valuation tool, even get a demo of how powerful it is, just text platform to 59559. You see that in the bottom right-hand corner. You'll also notice if I was in this computer and I was to scroll up, I would see the market trends for a particular area that we're looking in. You get to see the average price, the new homes. So really what's happening in that market. Plus, any area that is chosen, for example, this would be based on this individual's the person receiving its physical address. So this is their physical address. This would be based on a smart radius. It's going to find at least 15 homes or more. It's going to try to do its best. And if it can't, it'll give you the results of what's happening directly in their market. What's selling, what's pending, and what's sold if you all allow sold data to be shown. What an amazing opportunity for someone to get details on what's happening in their market, to see what Steve's house sold for down the street. Like Steve's house is a dump, man. How did he get right that offer, or how did he get the offer of 600? They even put 550 on there. They got 50 more, etc. So what a cool opportunity for those. I'm going to see if I have any questions coming in here. Awesome. You guys have been great about the questions. Keep sending the questions in, by the way. Home valuation, one of the most powerful tools we have. Now, you might have noticed when I showed that screen earlier, when people fill out a form, what happens if they put in that address and the next step is, okay, do you want to sell your home or do you want to find the value? And they click find the value, and then it asks for additional information. They're like, oh, well, no, I don't trust you yet. I am not going to give you that information. They're going to back out of the browser. They're going to close the browser. Maybe they even turn off their computer because it's just such a shock to them that we're asking for more information. What we've captured is an address only lead. That's a lead that backed out. If they put in their physical address, we've captured that. That's the best part. And we have some really great mechanisms available to communicate to those individuals about um, uh, about the value of their home. We can continue to show up in front of them through mail or postcards that are built into Brivity. And those mail or postcards could continue to drive them back to the same place, drive them back to here, to this screen. And when they see that, they'll start to realize that we are a valuable resource to provide them information. They start to trust us a little more. The more people begin to trust us, the more likely they're going to provide us more information. We will not gain that trust unless we are consistent in communicating to them. That they will gain confidence in our consistency, because our consistency shows competence, and people gain confidence in competence. So we want to stay in communication with them one of two ways. Visit that address, provide them with the information that we're trying to give them, send them a postcard. Those are our two options there. The best part, though, is a full lead. See, a full lead comes in with the first name, last name, email address, phone number, and the physical address. Basically, everything you could want in a lead, everything that you need. And you know now, not only a potential buyer, a potential seller, maybe a potential buyer. When we see these leads come in, we react pretty quickly, because anybody that's going to fill out this information absolutely wants to know the value of their home. So there's a couple of ways for us to share this link. We want to make this a shareable opportunity. And we could do that by adding our home valuation page. So it's going to be our website /home value. It's going to be added to an email signature, to a business card. You might even create a custom home URL, right? Dream Key Value Homes, for example, would be a link that drives them directly to the home valuation page. What a great way to advertise that. An active promotion would be promoting it to your database, connecting. See, what we were talking about a moment ago, by the way, is capturing people in here and then maybe getting a new contact because they're going to fill in this form. What though? What if I was to send this link and try to gain more sellers, or find out who I don't have that address for? Y'all remember when we started this conversation, we mentioned over 60% of your database is most likely a seller. How can we get them to provide us with their physical address, or at least raise their hand, little, raise it all the way or somewhat. How do we get them to do that? I have an answer for you. And that's going to be the active promotion to our database. We can also use this in our print advertising. Another great reason to have a custom domain, something that's easy to remember. And as I was mentioning a moment ago, any of the address only leads, if we send a postcard through Brivity that has calls to action that drive them back here, now we have another opportunity to connect with them because what they're going to see is they're going to recognize this site. I've been on here before. I see that this team is now going through the expense of the cards. They're probably a reliable source. And we want to keep that up for about 6 weeks so that we show up as that local expert. I don't know if any of you all have heard of this study that was done, but they had a group go into a neighborhood, into a subdivision, and they went door to door and asked, who is a number one agent in your area? And they got a variety of answers, and most of the answers was, I don't know, I don't have any idea. So what they did is they created a faux agent. That faux agent sent postcards to these individuals for 6 weeks straight. After that 6 weeks, just by sending that postcard information, those individuals, when asked who the local expert was, I believe it was 70% of the time, mentioned that agent, even though they never used him, they never met him, never saw his commercials, right? Wasn't even a real person. This is so important that we continue to show up so we're top of mind. Every one of you wants to be top of mind. Okay, this is available for everybody. I actually have some Brivity users on here. Hey, if you're a Brivity user, go ahead and just give me a quick shout out, give me a thumbs up, whatever those floating emoji things that you have. I got Gina here, a few other people in there. If you're a Brivity user, you can use this form right here, right now. Just scan that QR code, add that email to your templates, add this email to your templates, and I have several. I have 3 or 4 different messages on here, and we even threw in some emojis, etc. So you'll find some different ones in there. If you're not a Brivity user, no worries. You still can use this tool. See, it's just saying, hey, are you wondering what your house is worth right now? I would imagine any CRM that you're using should have some sort of home valuation in it. If it doesn't, guess what? We can show you ours. If you just text a platform to 59559. Okay, I've got some people. Yep, Brivity users, big fans, love that. Awesome. North. Yeah, okay, yeah. Josh came in with the North Dakota. All right. This is a really cool thing because this is going to re-engage people. This is for people that are currently in our database. Or if you're outside of Brivity, this is a free gift for you right now. And this is a great opportunity for you to connect with people by putting in any amount of information that you have that might help bring in more sellers. A seller that is interested in the value of their home becomes an immediate, powerful conversation. Next thing we're going to talk about is the Brivity market reports. So you all will notice that the market report looks a lot like the home valuation, and that's because it is. It's one and the same. And this will allow you to send someone a report of what's happening in the market dynamically. In other words, they can get this every week, every 2 weeks, or even every month, and it will update them with the value of their home at that moment, at that time. So this report, as it goes out, will change as the market changes. These current listings in the area will change as the market changes. This is one of the most powerful tools that we have here in Brivity. If you want a 36% open rate, if you're looking for a 36+% open rate, This is the tool for you. I don't know how many of you all have been in this industry for any amount of time. We are more like a 7 to 8% open rate in this industry. That's because we tend to sell information and we tend to send information and things that are not relevant or important to the person receiving it. There was a time that we were told that just send anything that has your name on it so that you stay top of mind. So we had, a pie recipes, better emails, and go rake your yard, and telling people to do things. They're like, I have enough stuff to do. Quit telling me to do stuff. I want more, I want better information. No one will ever complain about the fact that you're sending them a report that's letting them know what's happening in their market, letting them know if and when their equity is changing. And by the way, they happen to be a buyer as well. You'll notice here we have the ability for them to view listings. Every time they open this report, that 36% open rate, they're on our website. They're on our website, and at the bottom of this report shows all of the activity of those listings, the active, the pending, and the sold. And as they're clicking on those listings, since they're on our website, now they're looking at properties. What we might have done is we might have turned a seller into a buyer, or maybe even a buyer into a seller, because when we send a buyer or someone whose physical address we don't have a market report, what they get is current listings in this area. They get uh, a market temperature result, and they get to see all the properties that are shown here. When they start clicking on those properties, we're able to capture all of that activity. So now we're determining a buyer out of a seller when we didn't know that before. The market report tools is what's going to do that for you. If you'd love to learn more, text platform to 59559. Okay, this is going to be the only one that I'm actually going to show you guys that's live. We're going to go into a live environment on this one. And what this is it's going to allow us to find listings in the MLS. All listings that have come in the MLS will show up on this list. Many of you should be starting your day, like the first priority of your day after connecting with your new leads is to go in and find all of the latest listings that might match your buyers. All of the latest listings that might match your buyers. Now, I know, Kevin, we're talking about sellers today. That's the title. I get that. And here's the thing, though. We can use this now. We can use this as a seller's tool. Just give me a moment. I'm going to bring up this screen, and then I will share it with you guys. I think I'm in the right place. Get the right tool up. And the value of this, and you guys can probably see the screen, I'm having trouble remote right now, so I'm not able to get to that here, but that's okay. I can do the explanation on this. As you can see on here, I have matches. You see that one match there, one match there, one match there. In a big database, these matches actually show up as 10, 12, 20 people that are actively looking at those particular properties. So one of the things that I love about this is that we can take those results and explain to someone, hey, by the way, I have X amount of people already viewing a property like this. So let me wrong screen, Calvin. Here it is. Okay. If I have 10, 11, 12, what I would do is this is the area. Bellingham is the area that I'm searching. I would go in and I would change the filtered criteria. And I would filter down to uh, that average price point of that home that we're listing. I would go in and I'd map it out to where it was that subdivision. I would try to get as close to that property as possible, because when I am given those results here in the buyer matches, I can turn my laptop over and say, these are all of the individuals in my database that are currently interested in a property just like yours. I have this 3 bedroom, 2 bath, just like yours, in this neighborhood, in this area. We have 12 people currently looking at a property like that. By the way, these are going to be the first 12 people that I call when I walk out of here with your agreement. See, we're already proactively explaining to them that we're going to leave there with that agreement. So take advantage of the Brivity search listings tool to show the value of your database. Every one of us has the ability to display all of the people that match. In Brivity, we even have ponds that agents can be a part of. So we have so many listings, right? That we have them in a pond. Well, those pond people can also be brought up so that they show as a match. So if you don't actually have those individuals in your own database, if they're in the pond, they become a match, and we can still show off our prowess of having people and being able to connect them quickly, or connect them quickly with a listing, with their listing. Any questions on that? Sorry, I can't bring that up live. I am not in my regular station. Do I include clients that haven't been on the site, or just focus on the hot or nurture buyers? Scott, can you give me a little bit more detail on what you mean by that? Include the clients where? Do you mean clients that are here in the search listings tool, or was there somewhere else that maybe I missed the question? Just resend that if you can. Oh, if they're not on the site often. No, I will. If they're not on the site often, as long as they're a match in here, I'm going to bring them up. As long as they're a match on here, I'm going to bring them up, because it's just going to show, and it's not going to show them how many times they viewed or anything like that. It's going to show that I have all of these individuals that are viewing. Hopefully that answered your question. If not, we can. Awesome. Love that. Thank you, Scott. Okay. The last tool, I told you 3. I've shown you 3. I actually have 4. And the 4th one, believe it or not, is my text keyword, my texting tool that you're going to text platform to 59559 to find out how this tool works. This is one of the best ways of us capturing drive-by, walk-by, and bike-by traffic. We have our physical sign up in every listing. Every single one of us has our signage there, and we might have it hanging, we might have it in the ground. And studies have been done where people will be given 2 options. Okay, I have this and I have this. People will look at the big item first, and then their eyes will be drawn to the smaller item. So this is our sign for our listing that has our phone number on it. Ideally, we're hoping they call us. That's just a risk we have to take, though, because that signage is there. This smaller sign right here says, if you want to see the photos and the details of this particular listing or any listings, type your keyword, right? Mine is Dream Key Team. Dream Key Team or Dream Key is the keyword to 59559. When they do that, they're going to get an option that says, hey, are you wanting to look at a specific property? Give me the number. As they start typing in the number, it'll show up. Or do you want to view all the properties in this area? They click view all properties in the area, it'll do just this. It will show them the listing or all of those listings. From there, they get to view more listings. What the best part about this is we've captured the real phone number. There is no spoofing. There is no Mickey Mouse. There is no Donald Duck. This is a real phone number, and our system will do its very best to capture the information from caller ID. So now we've got a first name, possibly a last name, and a real phone number. What better information can we get out of a lead? Now we can start that communication. We could even find the property that they looked at and go through the send listings tools we mentioned and send them listings. I call this a seller's tool because this is going to go with every single one of your listings to capture buyers. And this is an extraordinarily valuable tool to send to tell your clients about in your listing presentation. I'm going to be able to capture any drive-by, walk-by, or bike-by traffic, regardless if they call the number on my signage, because I have this amazing tool called Kwkly. If you want to find out more about Kwkly, guess what you're going to do? You're going to text platform to the text platform to 59559. All right. Hey, I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much for being interactive. I would love to see some of you all become Brivity clients, and then we can have more conversations together. That would mean the world to me. Again, the best way to find out more about us is to text platform to 59559. Do you all have any questions before I let you all go? Who has questions here? All right. I want to know if you all learned something. If you learned something, give me some thumbs up. If you loved what you saw, give me some hearts emojis. I will take it all, whatever you guys have available. Thank you again for being here. That meant a lot to us. I look forward to seeing you all the next time. And don't forget, if you want to find out more about us, what are we going to do? We're going to text platform to 59559. Hey, hope you all have an amazing day. I look forward to hearing from you. Carolyn is asking, will this recording be shared? Absolutely. Our team is going to send this to you as soon as it's processed. I can't wait. All right, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.